number 2, we have the 3 of water, the 3 of cups. A celebration, a wedding, a graduation, a birth announcement, the need to have more fun. Okay, have more fun. The Lovers, intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions and good health. And the Queen of Air, or the Queen of Swords. Independent, experienced, realistic, witty, objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you in a situation. Seeing the humour. Okay, so here we go. Here's what I see. Something's coming to an end, but it's a celebration. There's some fulfillment. You've done something that's really made you feel like everything is complete, and you feel like you're swimming and you're joyful and you're just cruising along, and you've probably been with friends or you're looking forward to being with friends, and it's just all around like you've done really well and you're enjoying it. Perhaps there's an intimate partner on the way. Good health is coming. Are you manifesting someone? Is there some kind of synergy or science happening within your life right now? You're being aided by Archangel Raphael, and he's really saying things are coming through, things are coming round. And then the Queen of Air is saying, okay, make up your mind, do what you need to do, get it done, look into the future, what can you see, is there some kind of future plan, and make decisions and clear away everything that no longer serves you, and kind of laugh it off anything that kind of feels too much or that feels like it's too difficult. The Queen of Swords is all about kind of this like decisive, non-emotional, rational thought, objective decision making. So it's really kind of like, how are you shifting into this new paradigm, how are you shifting into this new world, and what about that is coming through. So it's a nice reading. Okay, so I'm going to begin with some wisdom. These are the wisdom cards by Tony Salerno. Tony Conman Salerno. Okay. Buddha nature, resting, being still, finding that inner peace, letting the lotus flower open underneath you. The universe is unfolding, Mother Nature is unfolding. There's love coming in the heart chakra, finding roots and growing. And creativity. So creativity is going to get you there. Under the sun, in the water, you have earth and water present here. So it's really grounding your emotions, cleansing away your emotions and allowing things to grow and create, and from that place of Buddha nature. So, there's an affirmation that my divine collective need to hear today. Okay. My talents are in demand and my unique gifts are appreciated by those around you. Okay, so maybe you guys have some kind of amazing talent that is just waiting for the universe to unfold around you. Maybe there's something incredibly potent that wants to just flow out of you in a kind of non-effortful way, in a kind of Buddha, non-attached, just ease and flow kind of way. And it's like the universe just wants to express itself out of you. So how can you allow yourself to just let that flow? And can we clear away those things that are holding you back? That Queen of Air, that Queen of Swords is really saying, how are you going to make objective decisions, and how is that going to work out for you? Very nice. Okay. So, in terms of creativity, I'm going to use the Dali Tarot. Love the Dali Tarot. Okay, so Dali, what is some advice creatively for my listeners right now? What is going to help them step into their creative talent? Okay. We have the Five of Swords. And we have the Nine of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so Five of Wands. Wands rules creativity. So there's a transformation happening. You're going from perhaps being a student to a teacher, or going from feeling uncomfortable to feeling confident. And there's this shift happening. There's this movement happening around it. You're emerging like a butterfly. You're emerging into the world and allowing things to really come through. And you're also stepping into your feminine power here, stepping into your abundance and your ability to create. And I feel like this, the Nine of Cups with the Queen of Coins, is saying you actually have, you actually have already the abundance that you need and the resources that you need to really let this huge force come in and just create through the universe, through you. So just allow and have that wisdom that what you're creating really is beneficial to a lot of people, and that a lot of people are going to receive it. And there's this really aligned nature to it and creativity to it. So I really recommend just starting and getting it done, and just not even getting it done, just letting it pour out of you. There's this feeling with the Nine of Cups, it's like you just have everything wants to pour out of you. All of these cards are very expansive. We see the water here in the creativity card, so expansive. So I really think that there's something really beautiful coming through. Getting called to the Romance Angels cards. Normally these cards have something a bit funny to say, but we'll see. I don't really feel called to them. Say, love yourself first. Okay, so self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So we already saw in the initial cards I drew that the Lovers came. And with the Lovers, I feel like what this talent is allowing you to do is to really find your place in the universe, and you can really step into that goddess energy with that, and that divine feminine energy with that. And in that, you're loving yourself first, and therefore you can attract that romantic partner for you. So perhaps there's some offering or gift of service that you're being called to bring in. And on the one hand, of course, everyone wants to serve for the collective, but then also, do we want to serve so we can bring in our twin flame, or we can bring in our soulmate or a partner? So how is it that we can evolve to the next stage of our being, where we can be truly resonant and magnetic to the love that we seek to have in our life? Because ultimately that love that we're seeking is seeking us, but how are we going to get into a space where we feel like we fully kind of accept it, and that it's going to be a love that really resonates with the core of who we are? And I think by expressing the talents, we automatically unlock this feeling of self-respect that allows us to invite in and receive that love that we're seeking. Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to get work your light. So what is it? How can we work our light here? What is the most dominant working of light? Okay. The age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Incredible. Ooh, I love oneness. So her hands are up above her head in a diamond like this, with a triangle coming down. So maybe something to do with yoga. I'm seeing a mountain range. She looks kind of Egyptian. But most of all, what's important here, you guys, is that there really is something about stepping into your confidence around what you're creating, and really stepping into a new vibration with what you're doing and creating, And from that, there's going to be this just wellspring like of abundance and love, and it really just wants to pour in. That your guides are with you, the elements are with you. You've already been training for this for lifetimes, so just trust yourself, get into that Buddha nature, meditate, do your practices, your spiritual practices, whether that's chanting, yoga, whatever kind of meditation, walking meditation, talking to your guides, whatever it is, and connect in and feel that connection going all the way through your body, pulsating through you. And from that, something magical wants to come through your hands. Okay, I'm gonna get the Gaia Oracle now. I'm asking, what is Gaia, the Gaia organism? What is the message that she wants us to receive right now? Okay, yin yang, create harmony through balance. So, obviously the world is having some kind of awakening, and what is it that we can do to bring balance into the world and harmony? And I think really what it is this inner harmony. How is it that we're really stepping into a sense of balance in our own lives, a balance between work, rest and play, a balance between masculine and feminine, a balance between action and receptivity? What are the two things that we're really allowing to come in? And just merging those things. If there's a lot of anger in the world, how are we personally healing that in ourselves with peace and love and care and listening and receiving that intensity, and how are we processing it and how are we matching it and what are we creating in our own world? Because ultimately we're our own, and we are the universe and we are our own universe. So absolutely, it's about what are you creating and how are you bringing more harmony into this world and more balance. And I think this creativity is coming in. There's something about what you're creating and how you're moving from creating one thing to the next, and then how this is creating balance, because you see there's the continuity of the butterflies. So it's really just, this reading is just really calling in for you to step into your creativity and allow it to flow. Okay, I'm gonna draw some new cards now and just see what Spirit has to say. Okay. Are there any messages from our heart right now to help us in this new creative pursuit? What are the messages from our heart? Tapping into the heart chakra. This beautiful golden light and a diamond, a beautiful diamond, shining. Soul, God, consciousness resides. Okay. I'm on the next step of my healing. I listen to my body's messages and see myself as whole and healed. I am taking responsibility. I'm aware there is something I can do to change. Okay, so this is talking about more of a masculine principle, and also a feeling of innate wholeness. Sometimes on the path we feel like we're always healing, but actually we're already healed. So how is it that our bodies are already expressing our full healing? And how, like every cell, how can we bring that in? So just right now, I want you to breathe in, breathe in. Sometimes it's nice to warm up your hands and breathe in the light, breathe it in, breathe it in. We're already healthy, we're already so healed and so incredible. We're already the people we want to become. And how, so can we affirm this? Our heart wants us to live this truth every day. And that the changes we're going to make in our lives to live in alignment with that truth, that's what's going to allow us to create more and more fruitfully. And that's the next step of our healing. Okay. So I'm going to call on the Chakra Oracle now. Cards flying out. serenity, learning, grounding, creation. Okay, again, like the Buddha nature card, serenity. Even though we're riding in this kind of rapid, on this crocodile, we're going through this crazy universe, here we are and we're finding serenity in the chaos. And by finding serenity in the chaos, we're learning how to ground our creation, because in the contrast of what's happening outside, we're finding that real creative fuel internally and in our own little worlds. And the combination of, you know, the CV and the whole movement, it's allowing us to really go inward and find our serenity and our peace inwardly. And that's what's bringing this creation to the forefront. So be grateful for this time and invite Shiva for your learning, invite Ganesha for your grounding, and Brahma to create. Just see yourself really moving through this time, seeing how it's just allowing you to step into a new way of being and a new way of flowing. It's really letting you move and be a whole new being. Okay. I'm going to use the sacred path now. So, can you tell us about where we are on the path, and pulling in the Native American ancestors, spirit of the land, asking permission for them to receive and guide us if they wish? I'm getting a yes. Okay, thank you. Respect, sacred space. Okay, so how are you creating the sacred space, and how are you respecting that? Sweat log purification, okay, and how are you allowing yourself to purify who you are, and what is your intention? Okay, so respect, purification, intention. So respect this big cycle we're going through right now, and respect the purification that we're in. We're in a big cycle and change in the world right now. We're purifying. We're being asked to have a new intention. We're being asked to respect the earth and our fellow people. That is the next step in our healing. Wow. Okay. What are the crystal allies that can help in this? Speaking to Mother Gaia, the Gaia organism, speaking to the crystals of the earth. Spirit, okay. Straight through, spirit, connecting to our spirit. The storm energy and intense energy. How is spirit? And feminine power, okay. Wow. So earth, with storm and earth cards. Storm is what we're in. The merging of elements all together. Shaking the earth, awakening our feminine power, like a volcano. You storm in a volcano, or a lightning bolt shattering the land. It's an awakening of the feminine, it's an awakening of who we are, and where we're going, and what we're doing. It's a dreaming. Spirit is coming in and hugging us all around. Spirit is raining down upon us. Spirit is weaving magic like a tapestry through and creating a new life, and creating a new feminine, unleashing the feminine power. The crystals here are Dendrite and Cooperite. Mother Peace is my favorite deck, my ultimate deck. Okay, Mother Peace. What is your guidance here? between spirit and female power? What is the guidance? What is the love? What is the guidance? What is the love? Okay, if you need to be alone right now with the sacred fires, feel free to shut yourself away. Spirit is urging you to take time for yourself, to heal. You need to heal. There's a healing happening. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to go through this transformation. Rest, recuperate, purify. Listen to music. Invite in the sacred masculine. Invite in a youthful energy. Allow yourself to rest and heal and maybe play the flute. Connect to flower essences. And the star, the goddess, is awakening. With the help perhaps of a young man, this will happen. Or maybe just in yourself, a peaceful masculine energy, playing, creating, connected to spirit, connected to the water energies, and really kind of finding your song and your lullaby, weaving your lullaby into the world. In the card, the man is playing the flute, you can see. So just really this lovely weaving song, and then invites the great goddess in. The eagle is protecting us, bathing in her own bath. The goddess is awakened. She is content. She is in charge. Thank you, Mother Peace. What herbs can help us at this time? What are the herbal energies that want to come through? Protection, nourish. So we have rowan and plantain. So of course you can obtain these essences, these herbs for yourself, but also what it's saying again with this Four of Pentacles, the Four of Discs, is really allow your energy to be in its own safe zone. If something doesn't feel good, feel okay shutting yourself away. Feel okay taking that time for yourself. There's nothing to be guilty about. There's nothing to be sad about. If you need time for yourself, it's all okay, because there's this healing that's happening. You're in the next stage, and you need that purification. You need that own space to do that, and that's absolutely okay. And then from here, you'll find your intent and can nourish with this masculine energy, this very sweet, gentle, kind of innocent masculine energy. From the waters, there starts to be some energy and some movement that nourishes what's purifying. It fertilizes or it impregnates the creation. And from there, the goddess can rise. So we need that little bit of masculine energy, that little bit of action. Which is what the reading initially started with, is a little bit of action to really get into this feminine fire and this feminine star-like goddess energy to come through. Because this is the star, it's the fire and air card, Aquarius as well. So we are entering into the age of Aquarius. These pains we're going through is the Aquarian awakening. So I think I'm going to do one more card. I'm going to do maybe two. We'll see. Right now I feel like the moon cards. Okay. Moon Oracle. What does the moon have to say to us? The beginning of this portal, the beginning of this moon eclipse. Precipice. Wow. Sleeper. Ooh. Rebel. Wow. So we're at the precipice of change. What was sleeping is now coming alive. Everything's being turned upside down. We're moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. And this is the age of Aquarius. So how are we moving ahead? And we have the precipice card. It is a Jupiter and Mars card, and specifically in Sagittarius between 4 and 17 degrees. So that's exactly where this first lunar eclipse is. The lunar eclipse is at 15 degrees. So, and Mars is heavily involved, and obviously Jupiter belongs to Sagittarius as its home sign. So really we're seeing this huge expansive energy, and what it's doing is it's waking up these last degrees of Pisces. The sleeper card is the 28th mansion of the moon, if you know Vedic astrology. But these cards have been really cool because they translate it into Western, or like a different system anyway. So they name them different names. It's pretty cool. But this is sleeper. But I also know that this one chakra is the most spiritual chakra. So we can see how all this spiritual wisdom that you have that goes beyond this world is moving into some kind of rebellious energy to change this world. So you might feel like you're moving in two separate directions, or that there's like two different worlds happening, but just know that there's this awakening, this healing, this resurgence, and you're protected. You're totally protected. Don't worry about it. The earth, the herbs, it's all protected. Just connect into spirit and allow spirit to take you to this feminine energy point. Okay, I'm just gonna end with a Hawaiian card. Hawaii. What are the lessons from the land of Hawaii? Laka. Dancing hula. How are we allowing spirit to come through us? So this is really about this initiation that's happening, allowing the spirit to come through us, allowing for a higher force to come through us, and giving ourselves the space to reacquaint ourselves with that force, or to meet it for the first time, whatever it is. But it's really allowing spirit to come into our lives and inviting it to come into our lives. How can we arrange our space so that we can do that? How can we create the space from other people that we can do that? How can we allow this new intent and this new power to rise up in us, because there's something new happening here, and we really need to tap into that and allow our goddess energy to rise higher and higher and higher and become more in the dance of life. Okay, bye.